Okay, I just got two things from GameStop. One of them was a Super Mario Wonder thing. That there's a game card. Still has that bit of taste because it's the Switch 1 games. I have not gotten the Nintendo Switch 2, so I had to purely get these Switch 1 games. The second one I got, you probably see here. And I'm surprised. This is actually the launch edition, Gundam Figure 4. And do you see that? Do you see that Gundam right there? That's an SD Gundam right there. One of the sentient type of Gundams. I'm surprised in this game here. And in here we also have this, which I'm not quite sure what this is supposed to be. Oh, it's the limited warranty, which that's most likely expired now. So I'll put that. So if I take that out, you can see on the back, that's like a really cool art right there. This Gundam right there. I'm not exactly sure what type of mod that one is. And another one right here, the shorter one. And then this is the SD one. Is the Gundam. And now the Gundam right there. So this is like the biggest Gundam here. It's a Nintendo Switch game. So it will work on the Nintendo Switch 2 once I get it. So I don't have a worry. Now this code is already being redeemed. So even if you try redeeming it, it's going to say the code is already been redeemed. So. And that's the all right there. So that's already redeemed. And it also came with this. So I'm actually surprised. And I'm surprised. When does this have an expiry date? Because this thing worked. Apparently not. Apparently this does not expire. But I could look at the back of the case here. Oh, there's a mark here. So it was the display case, by the way. So there's I think there's residue. A little bit of residue, but we healed it off with nicely. Let's see here. Does it show anything about the code? It doesn't show anything about it. I have a feeling the code never expired. Because I was able to redeem it, of course. And this is the launch edition. This is an old one. So, the fact that it came with that, and then this is a cartridge as well. We still have the same bitter taste, of course. The Nintendo Switch 2 cartridge has a slightly different bitter taste coating. So, and the Nintendo Switch 2 game card normally has like a cut out groove here. It makes the Nintendo Switch 2 be able to take checked if it's a Switch 1 or Switch 2 game. Yet the Switch 2 game does go into here. And if it's in Nintendo Switch 1 port, it's going to work here. If you try Super Mario World on this, nothing. It's not going to work. We have the... Gonna break it in here because it's downloading the DLC I just redeemed, as you can see. 2 minutes remaining. But that's pretty good. But the Wi-Fi card on this type of Switch and the regular Switch, it's horrible. The Wi-Fi card on this is horrible. And as well as when I tried Ethernet, it's completely horrible. And that's just the Switch itself, not my internet. Once I get the Switch 2, the internet card's going to be much better. I heard that the Nintendo Switch 2 has a Wi-Fi 6 card inside, so that's going to be a much better card than this dual band one that's in here. Because, yeah, the speed is much more slow on this. It's faster than the Wii U because it's a 5G signal. But yeah. I'm actually surprised. Like, look at this. This is just amazing here. They added it. They added it for this reason alone, so you can have like a viewpoint there. So let's see if we could try to fold this up. Yeah, and it actually folds up like that, and it goes into the clips down here. So if you're wondering what these clips here for, like on the Xbox and PlayStation games, there for these type of manual parts here. So the Nintendo Switch 2 cases are actually going to be translucent, and that's been downloaded. The update data has been downloaded. Yeah, insert the game card. Not too surprising. So actually, let me go ahead and insert Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Now the flap on the Nintendo Switch 2 one is much stronger. I've seen it before. Here we go. There we go. And of course, new software update. So I'm going to let that download. So I'm going to take the game card out, put it back into the case. Now, the issue with my carry case is that it's got the issue with my carry case is that it's really got all the slots full, and I'm planning to sell. I'm not sure when. Do that later on. Oh, that was fast for Super Mario Bros. Wonder. But it's kind of interesting. So let's see here. Please wait. These games are brand new because they're literally the display copy that no one bought. I wish I could get Pokemon Violet. I like Pokemon Violet. They have Pokemon Scarlet, but I wanted the Pokemon Violet. But they didn't have Pokemon Violet. So language. And I'm actually going to check something here. I don't know if this is going to work. No way! And it went to the software. Yacht! Nutty? So that's why the code didn't expire. This is a new... Wait, when did this game release? When did this game release? Hold on. Let me search it up. When did Gundam Breaker 4 come out? I didn't expect that. Oh, that's when it came out. Oh. August 29th, 2024. That's why the gold points were still valid and the code was still valid. That makes a lot more sense. I did not so that's a newer game. And that was way before the Nintendo Switch 2 came out. Now, I know, it's closed. Because I want to check the Wonder game. I don't think it's gonna work. Nope. So this one here I can't do it because see, you cannot connect my Nintendo Points with the software's expiration date has passed. Not too surprising because Mario Bros. Wonder came a lot later. So I type that in. It came out on October 20th, 2023. So no surprises that it was expired. So that's why this one here is still valid, because it's not even been a year when this came out. That is so good. So that is so good. So GameStop had this one for a while, so that makes sense. So I wanted to see what had the Japanese voice, although the language would be English. I would really want that to happen because I know main Grandizer had it. No, I couldn't get Grandizer for the Nintendo Switch. Unfortunately, GameStop didn't even have it. English. Bandai Namco, of course, because Gundam's by Bandai. Gundam's from Japan. Gundam's from Japan, so not too surprising there. So it's licensed by Nintendo, and you can see here, Bandai Namco. So.
Battle simulator has undergone many.
And wow, on this OLED panel, it looks so vibrant. I've got to accept these. Yes. Now, my Nintendo Switch OLED is unmodded. I don't even have the mod chip to install here. Let's just see. Let's just see here. Voice language. Japanese? Let's go. Let's go. Yes, apply changes. Now, let's see what happens when I reboot the game. That's actually kind of cool that I got gold points, but I thought they retired gold points. I thought they retired it. Yet I got gold points. So maybe I can use it to... Well, let me first launch this game again. But that's amazing. I got gold points in this game. I almost forgot the Nintendo Switch had that. I almost forgot the Nintendo Switch had it. Unfortunately, not so surprising, I couldn't get it for this one. And maybe I should have gotten this digital. But I'd rather not get the digital. Because when you get the digital, you always get gold points regardless. Oh, look at that. Listen to that. That's Japanese.
ここに至り新たなステップを踏み出すこととなった運営に最新鋭の AI を導入ネットワーク端末の高性能高速化ガンプラス
AI improved game tools, Gunpla.
街の路面店 G ベースとの連携により大型の筐体や施設を必要とせず家庭の端末から個人でアクセスができるようになっていたゲーム性も戦闘ミッションに参加するだけでなく
I did play this Silver Phantom one on the VR headset. And I already finished it, but it's a digital game, so yeah. I'm kind of annoyed that on digital games you cannot ask to return them. For these physical games, you can't actually return them, or just sell them off simply. This is just so amazing. Yeah, and it's Japanese now.